Good evening. We're doing.
You know, I know it's just one game, it's one opponent, but what does it mean for you to finally get that monkey off your back and to be able to score now?
Shoot, like you just said, it's just one game. I said it earlier in the week that division games are always going to feel like this. These are the most important games of your season. I think the way that we came out and we fought, collectively as a unit, as a team, it just spoke to our urgency. And I thought the way that we practiced all week, I knew we were going to come out and play well. Uh, you know, Monkey off my back, I didn't feel it at all. There is no monkey on my back. I was telling Lockett, I was telling Tyler in the locker room, I was like, man, we already won. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens in this life, in this game, man, like we're blessed. And so, I know narratives kind of shape a lot of this, but the reality is that, we won one game today, division opponent, and now it's on to the next one.
Ryan Grubb said on Thursday, he said, your best trait is resilience. He was asked that. And then for you to throw that pick and then go out, lead a touchdown, come back at the end of the game, lead a game-winning drive. What do you think allows you to kind of get past those moments and then thrive afterwards?
I just think perspective. I was out there smiling on that last drive, like when I walked on the field. I mean, I just kind of felt like angels in the outfield, like somebody just rubbing my shoulders the whole time, and I just felt like there was no pressure. And I think the perspective that I have, that I've gained over my career, has allowed me to play that way. And so whenever there is a moment or a mistake that's made, I never really get too down on myself. And I also don't get too high when good things happen. I think as long as you stay even keeled throughout the process, I think things work out better that way.
Going into that,
What was it about those two runs that made you decide to pick up so definitively there on the last drive?
Shoot, man, we got to win. Just doing whatever it took to win the game. I felt like they were playing a lot of coverage there and just rushing forward. So they were dropping back pretty deep, and I felt like if I could escape that, they were running some TE games from twists, so I knew the contain wouldn't be great. And if I could just find a lane somewhere in there, I could get out there and make some plays with my legs, and got in there to made a few scramble throws as well. So I think in those moments, man, I just play with instinct and try to do the best thing.
The 2-minute hurry-up, is that the one aspect maybe a defense either overlooks or can't cover for as the quarterback scrambles because they're in such cover mode?
I think throughout the game, I've always had the ability to be a dual threat. But my main thing is to win. From the neck up and then use my arm to beat guys. But whenever I can use my legs and I can be a threat that way, I think it just puts an extra pressure on the defense. And so, yeah, they might not be paying attention to it, or they might. It's just doing the right thing at the right time.
You saw you chucked the ball into the tunnel after you scored. What were your feelings at that moment that you scored that?
We won the game. We knew how much was at stake, man. We're trying to turn our season around. We had a bye week, and we've got 8 games ahead of us to, put ourselves in positions that we want to be in. So this is just a step in the right direction for us, and so I was very ecstatic and happy for that.
how does this game-winning drive feel in the context of last game, you saying that you made some mistakes that cost you?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. Anytime you win, and, I made mistakes today. I made a mistake that, cost us some points today. And so there's still always a learning process and a learning curve when you're playing this game, man. It's never going to be perfect. But the main thing, like I said last week, is you find ways to win, and, it just makes those things feel a little bit better.
You talk about your 2 offensive linemen, Oluwatimi and Abe Lucas, getting their first games of the season.
Oh, man, I thought they were the unsung heroes throughout the game, man. Just Olu, just how much he's battled, right? Like, he battled all throughout camp and didn't get the starting nod and, was asked to step in. And, a lot of guys would have taken the wrong approach, but throughout the entire process, he's had the right approach. And I think that led to him stepping right in and playing a tremendous game. I thought he led the guys throughout the entire game. His communication was great, and then he played a great game, man. I mean, if you watch the tape, I thought he did some tremendous things just out there. And then for Abe, knowing how much he battled back from injury, and he's my locker mate, so just talking to him, every single day about, how's he feeling and, where's his mindset, and he was just locked in the entire time. And so, I knew when he steps on the field, man, he's a difference maker. He means a lot to this team, means a lot to me, my right tackle, and I was really happy to have him out there today.
Catches from JSN on that last drive, another 100-yard game. What are you seeing now as this season progresses with the chemistry and where he's developing as a player coming up in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, Jackson's such a special player. His confidence is growing. He can do so many great things out there. He's got such a feel for the game. He knows how to play, and he's so young, but he's just a professional in every sense of the word. And so I think as long as he continues to work the way that he does, he's got, a tremendous future. I think he can be one of the best in this game, and he's showing it, man. He's showing it. He's so tough. He blocks, he catches, he runs after catch, and then he's just a great teammate. I think he does all those things really well.
What can you say about the defense today, holding them down like they did, and then getting you guys the ball back at the end there?
Yeah, like I said, the week of practice kind of showed me what it was going to be. They were locked in, just communicating throughout the week of practice. And, when they come out and they play the way that they did today, we deserve to win. They deserve to win. And, it's my job as the quarterback to make sure that happens. And like I said last week, man, I thought, I did, not last week, but 2 weeks ago, I thought I did some things that hurt those guys. And I just wanted to make up for it. And, I talked to Coach during the bye week. I told him I was going to, do everything in my power to make it right. And so today was just a step in that direction, but got a long ways to go.
49ers came into this year as one of the Super Bowl favorites. What can it mean? What's now possible for this team after you guys have beat them on their home field?
We get to determine that. I think that's the best part is we get to determine what our season's going to be. And, the 49ers are a great team. Hats off to them. Much respect to those guys. They have great players, but we do too. So, I think we just got to keep working, and I think things will be all right.
Sorry if you answered this already, but on the TD run at the end, what did you see there that made you kind of take off?
Yeah, I felt like they were playing a quarters coverage there. We had one of our vertical concepts on. I saw Fred, he related to the back. We had the back out empty. He related to the back. They rushed forward, did a TE game. I saw Lane, stepped in there, potential to maybe throw one. They plastered, and I saw the pylon got to it.
Scoring there and then throwing the ball into the tunnel. Was that one of your more satisfying throws as a Seahawk?
That's probably my best throw of the day. But I was just, happy for the team and, just glad we got the win.
Have you uncorked that celebration before, or is that just adrenaline kind of running
Pure
through?
adrenaline right there, pure adrenaline.
Same for the Steph selling?
Yeah. In the Bay, you got to do it.
Seemed like in the second half, you guys were able to kind of complement the run game with a few of those screens sprinkled in. Did you see that something that kind of got the offense going a little bit and loosened them up a little bit?
Yeah, I thought Grubb did a tremendous job, called a heck of a game. I thought the line did a great job. I thought, a lot of our stretch runs were hitting pretty good early in the game and even in the second half. And then I thought the screen game really opened up, a lot for us. I thought, that drive when we went to take the lead, hit like 2 or 3 screens on that drive. And I thought the linemen getting downfield, being able to block some guys downfield, all those things really led to us kind of, getting momentum, and I thought that led to the victory.
So you talked to Mike during the bye week and told him you're going to make up for it last week. At what point did you talk to Mike? Was that like a normal conversation you guys usually have? Yeah.
The people have talked about you've had to kind of carry the team at times this year, and the defense has struggled at times. Talk about what you've seen from the defense the last 2 games and what that can mean for the offense going forward.
A great defense. I've seen that throughout practice, throughout training camp, OTAs. A really, really, really sound, and so many playmakers on that side of the ball. So many young guys who are developing. Some great veteran leadership, Jay Reed, and all the guys that are just pushing those guys to be the best that they can be. And then you got a great coordinator with Mike and AD, and that entire staff. Man, I think they gel really well, and I think our defenses. They have the capability to be the best defense in football. They're on their way to being that. I think they just got to continue to build, and we all do.
In your experience, can an emotional win like this have a turnaround effect on a team when their season's not going the way they want it to?
Yeah, I think it definitely has a positive effect on your team. In our division, we're thinking about winning our division, and everyone's, pretty much right around the same record. And that's why the next 7 games are going to be that much bigger because, they're going to feel like playoff games because we're fighting to get into the playoffs. And so we just got to continue to fight, continue to stick together, and I think, positive things will always happen for us.
You guys always like celebrating each other's success. How about Jonathan Hankins getting the first pick of his career in year 12?
Man, yeah. Year 12, same draft class, got his first pick. He got off the ground pretty good, too. I didn't know he had hops like that. So, I saw the ball when it tipped up in the air. I was like, man, somebody get it. And you see Big Hank just jump up and get it. I was happy for him.
Why do you think you guys have had so much success on the road this year?
I just think we band together well. We band together well. Our fans travel well. We take our fans with us. You see the Seahawks flags, flying throughout the stadium. And I just think, man, when we're on the road, we know we only got each other. And that's the type of team we have, man. We're so connected, so close together. And we always play for one another. And so road games don't feel like road games.
What was from the outside, just given the losses the last few weeks and things like that, it looked like maybe, this was a kind of a turning point week for you guys as a team and everything. Did you guys feel like that internally, or was this kind of just business as usual? Or
yeah, business as usual. It can be a turning point. it depends on how we do the rest of the way, but business as usual. It's one game. We got to get back. I'm ready to get back to the weight room and get ready for the next week. So, like I said, you always got to, win these division games, and Every opponent in this league, every opponent in our division is going to be tough. But, we got the guys, we got the makeup of the team that can, get this thing going down the stretch. And it's going to take a lot of hard work, and, I'm prepared for it.
7 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or overtime for you since the start of last season. That's the most in the NFL. What do you make of that?
Team ball, man. Team ball. It takes everybody. It takes everybody to win. So, obviously I get the stat, but, without the guys around me, it wouldn't be possible. So, obviously games are going to be close in this league. And like I say, man, put the ball in my hands.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Geno.
Thanks, Geno.